That sound is the wind at the top of Spain's tallest mountain, Mount Teide in Tenerife. We're headed up to the top, so follow along to see how you can visit Teide when in Tenerife. First off, it's super windy at the top of Teide, which made none of our audio work from our GoPro. So unfortunately, you're gonna have to settle for a voiceover on this video here. Teide is on the Canary island of Tenerife, and its summit is 12,188 feet or 3,715 meters above sea level. However, since it's a volcano, you can actually measure it from the ocean floor, which would make it 24,600 feet or 7,500 meters high, which is just incredible. Teide is visible from almost any point in Tenerife and even across the ocean from the nearby Canary island of Gran Canaria. Now, when traveling to Tenerife, in order to get all the way up to Teide, it's best to rent a car. So most of you will be staying in a coastal city in Tenerife near the beach, and from almost any coastal city, the drive up to Teide takes about an hour. You'll wind all the way up the hills through small villages and all the different microclimates that make up Tenerife, including a pine forest that sits above the clouds, and later on, a volcanic landscape that looks otherworldly closer to the top. One important fact when visiting is that you can only summit Teide if you have a special permit. Without it, you can only go up to an observation area, but it's about 660 feet or 200 meters below the actual peak. If you want one of those permits to summit all the way up to the very top of Teide, make sure to plan months in advance, because those permits will sell out 3-4 months in advance, if not more. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get one because we didn't know we were actually headed there that early. However, if you're not able to snag one of those permits, you can always take the cable car or teleférico about 4,000 feet or 1,200 meters up to the observation area. It's quite a long distance, but it's actually a pretty quick, smooth ride that only takes about 5 minutes. Plus, the cable car is perfect because it takes you nearly all the way up to the top of Teide and rewards you with fantastic views. Now let's talk cost. The cable car costs $21.50 for the ascent as well as $21.50 for the descent. If you want to take the cable car up, you have to book at a specific time, which is why we recommend getting your tickets ahead of time early online. However, they don't sell out nearly as early as the permits to summit the peak, but you still might want to do it a few days in advance just to make sure you have the time slot that works for you. Now, if you're buying your ticket for the descent, you can take that down at any time whenever there's an open one. There is also the option to take the cable car up to the top and then hike down, which is going to take you roughly 4.5 to 5.5 hours. Be warned, it is much colder at the top compared to down below, so bring a jacket and be prepared. And again, it is windy. When getting off the cable car and onto the observation deck, the majority of the people will start hiking to the left. They'll take a trail that goes out to an observation point, as well as the trail to the descent. So we recommend walking to the right in order to avoid the crowds. Or you can always stop, wait, take some photos at the observation deck, and then walk in the back of the crowds. That way you're not mixed in with anyone. If you choose to walk to the right, you can always come back and look at the other side as well once those crowds have dispersed. We made the mistake of not doing this right away, so we were kind of trapped in a crowd, and we decided to just stop, hang off to the side, take some photos, and then continue on so we weren't mixed in with a big group of people. It made the experience a lot more intimate and really allowed us to enjoy the views better, which is why we're recommending that you do it when you visit Teide. Now, once you're on the top and hiking around, there are a few different short hikes at the top that are well defined and not strenuous at all. The paths are really clear, but you are hiking on volcanic rock, so the footing is a little iffy in some places and you have to watch your step. Now, for those of you who are curious, Teide is an active volcano which last erupted in 1909, but the last summit eruption actually happened in 850 AD, so quite a long time ago. So what's our opinion on visiting Teide? Is it worth it? Is it worth it to visit if you're not actually going up to the summit? Well, in our opinion, visiting Teide is 100% worth it when visiting Tenerife. It's an incredible natural wonder that towers over absolutely everything on the island, and the views from the top are simply remarkable. They're some of the best on the island, and it's really nothing that can be beat. Plus, how often can you actually say you went up to the top of the tallest mountain in a country? Now, if you really like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel, as it really helps us out so we can keep making other videos about traveling in Spain and living abroad as an American. Make sure to check out our other videos and we'll see you over there. Bye!